Hello guys, I'm heading out to my second master gardening class, and basically what this class is, it's a pretty in-depth class overall. You're part of basically a group of people, master gardeners, that are recognized by a master gardening society basically. There are not very many of them, but they're starting to become more and more popular, and you volunteer your time, you help people. It's all about education and learning exactly what's in our soil, what's in our foods, how the foods are grown, how you graft plants, how you come up with plants. They talk about genetically modified organic compounds. They talk about the different types of plants that have to be GMO'd in order to grow in certain climates. They talk about the different types of plants that have to have different types of chemicals in order to survive in certain climates. It's a very, very in-depth class. Every time you go, it's 3 hours. Sometimes you get out a little earlier, sometimes a little later, and you've got a plethora of information that you have to cover. Today, they're going to be bringing us outside. They're going to be identifying the different types of root systems. We're going to be, I think we're going to be doing some stuff with grafting plants, things of this nature. And the last class was just basically introduction to what we're going to be expecting. This class is going to give me a little bit more of an edge on when I talk about nutrition and what's in our food, and it's going to help me understand the different types of soil quality, the chemicals and stuff that are going in it, so I have some kind of credential to back me up whenever I start talking about certain things. The LSU, Louisiana Master Gardener Society, basically is it's a phenomenal program. You have to devote so much of your time every year in order to stay master certified. Plus, your continuing education has to keep up. You can't get relaxed with it, because if you don't keep a certain amount of continuing education hours, you lose your certification. So it's a big program, and they can call back on you to utilize you to help with master gardening, KOA stuff. You can get into the local livestock fairs with the kids and stuff like that. They want to be part of agriculture of this nature, and it just gives you way more information than the average person would ever have on what's going on with plants, our food, how to grow and garden in certain types of soil. One of the classes coming up is going to be from several doctors that talk about the different types of climates, the different types of chemicals that are making us sick, and also the chemicals that we absolutely have to have in order to grow certain plants in certain climates, because they die quickly otherwise. To get more into the education and science behind genetically modifying organic compounds and things of this nature. Last class they talked about some plants that have to have a GMO DNA chain that's basically changed based on having glyphosate in the system, in the plant itself. It has to be able to take up a certain amount in order to do certain things, in order for it to grow in certain climates. So it's very interesting for me to know about these things. It's very interesting for me to do what I do when I help people through nutrition in general, and run the keto pages and stuff that I have, as well as my public forum and the YouTube. And with me having a little bit more information backing and knowledge behind me, another certification under my belt, it will give me a little bit more credential to talk about certain things that most people have not put the time in to do. What I'm learning in these classes is not just from a book. You're going out and you're doing it. You're going out and you're experiencing how certain things are done that most people would never get the chance to do. You're learning how to graft certain plants. You're learning how to root certain plants. You're learning how to you're learning how different vegetables and fruits are affected by certain chemicals and stuff. It's not just sitting in a class. So I'm excited to continue this and to be part of the Louisiana Master Gardening Society, but not only that, to be part of a master gardening society in general, just all over the United States. It's starting to spread. So with that being said, I'm going to continue my drive, get into my class, and I hope you all have a blessed day. If any of you are interested in finding out more information how you can become a master gardener, I would be more than willing to help you get that information for your local area, and see what institution you need to contact in order to get involved. It's just something that's going to add a little bit more knowledge base and credentials behind me, so I can do what I do publicly. So February 2nd from 3 to 5 p.m. at the Alexandria Westside Regional Library. I will be speaking about my journey through ketogenics and intermittent fasting and carnivorous eating, and I look forward to being able to share that with you. And this helps me a little bit, give me a little bit more information to talk to people about what's in our food, what's causing us problems, what types of foods can cause certain things in people based on chemicals and stuff that are used. So, without further ado, I wish you a good evening. And keto on, carnivore on, and remember, this is your journey. You got to live it, not anybody else. Peace out.